guys, it's Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am doing Disney monologues for females. Now I thought about this video because I always say do a song or monologue that is very close to the show you're auditioning for. And because Disney musicals are so specific and formulaic in which they write their characters, whether they're protagonist or antagonist, I thought maybe it's good to have a Disney monologue on hand or in your back pocket, just in case. Because Disney characters have a certain cadence and tone and rhythm in which they speak. And so for that reason, a Disney monologue might not be bad to have on hand. So let's get to it. My first one is from Alice in Wonderland, and it's the monologue, Who Am I? And or who am I, depending on how you want to read it. So it's where she's really way into Wonderland at this point, and she's getting a little frustrated because all the whimsical characters are starting to question, who are you, girl? Where are you from? And she's like, well, I'll tell you who I am. I'm not this crazy white rabbit, and I'm not these Tweedles, and I'm not these flowers, and I'm not this, bossy queen. And so she's a spitfire, Alice. She's got a definite personality, and it's kind of along the lines of a lot of those princesses. Those princesses get to a point where they kind of show off their little spitfire attitude, if you think about it. Ariel and Belle and Jasmine definitely has that to her. So I picked this monologue kind of in that genre or that style. My next one, I love this monologue. It's from one of my favorite villains, from Snow White and the Queen. It is now a formula to transform. And this is where she's looking in the mirror and she's trying to think of a disguise to go fool Snow White into biting the apple, the poisonous apple. And she starts picking from all her spell books and what can she disguise as. And as she's transforming herself into that ugly witch, she's just delighting herself more and more. I mean, she's just having more and more fun with this. Oh, I need an eye of newt and I need this and that. And she sees herself transforming and realizing, Snow White will never recognize me. And she's getting into that cackle. And you can have so much fun playing with this character. I mean, it's a really good character role. So for that reason, I love this monologue and I think you can have a lot of fun with it. Next, from Beauty and the Beast, it's Belle's monologue, where she takes her father's place. And it's a short monologue, but in it you can show a wide range of emotions because she finds her father. So there's a lot of sympathy and empathy. It's her first time to confront the beast. So there's shock and awe, and she's afraid. So there's a lot of things to do with that monologue. Next is from Aladdin, and it's Jasmine's monologue where she confronts Hakim. Now, in the animated version, it's just a few lines, but in the 2019 live-action film, it takes place right after her song Speechless, which is a really good song, just as a side note. But they really expound upon Jasmine's character here, and they really let her give this longer monologue, this longer speech to Hakim, and let her really speak her mind. And I think it's one of the few times that Disney kind of lets a princess sort of break out a little bit of that princess mode and kind of really be frank and state her, speak her mind boldly, a little bit more boldly than maybe a typical Disney princess would. So I put that on my list. I like that. And then lastly is from Hunchback of Notre Dame, Esmeralda, the gypsy woman. And this is where she's really wanting to protect and speak up for Quasimodo against the very evil villain Frollo. And she's speaking out against injustice and discrimination in the town square. And this is so contemporary. I mean, these are issues we still deal with today. And so this is why it's on the list. You can have a very impassioned speech and take this really great direction. And like I say, it's very contemporary and do a lot with this. So that's why it's on my list. So there you go. Very different characters. You know, a little spitfire young girl taking up for herself, saying who she is, to a villainous queen, to an impassioned gypsy woman taking up for, you know, a poor hunchback and speaking out against discrimination and injustice. There you go. I hope you find one on the list. Subscribe to my channel, check out all my other videos, and I'll see you in the next.